Hello and welcome back to the Butterfly Club. If you are a woman in midlife who wants to feel stronger, more energized, and more grounded in your body, but you keep noticing that you lose momentum when life gets stressful, today's video is going to give you a completely different way to approach your strength and your protein habits. My name is Trish, and I coach women in midlife through nervous system based health, strength training, nutrition, and identity work. And inside the Butterfly Club, I teach women how to stop forcing their bodies and instead build habits that feel supportive, sustainable, and actually doable on real life days, not just perfect days. Today, we're talking about protein and strength from a perspective you've probably not heard before. How to support your strength through steadiness rather than pressure so that consistency actually becomes possible in a midlife body. If you've ever wondered why building strength or eating enough protein feels harder now than it used to, there is a real physiological reason. In midlife, declining estrogen reduces muscle protein synthesis, which is your body's ability to repair and build muscle. That means that you fatigue faster, you recover slower, and you require more intentional protein and more strategic strength work just to maintain what used to feel automatic. This is not failure, it's just physiology. But here's where it gets interesting. Your nervous system and your habits play just as big of a role as your hormone shifts. If your system is overwhelmed, underfueled, or dysregulated, your body will default to energy saving mode, which makes strength training feel harder and cravings feel louder. So instead of trying harder, we build steadiness. Now, let's talk about why protein matters more now than ever before. Protein is not just about muscles, it stabilizes blood sugar, it supports mood and stress resilience, it helps regulate appetite, and it keeps your metabolism from slowing down further as estrogen declines. But the real magic is something called the leucine threshold, which is the amount of protein your body needs to turn on muscle repair. For most women, that is 25 to 30 grams at one time, not 5 grams, not 10 grams, not just a little bite of chicken. This is why midlife women who start hitting their leucine threshold experience steadier energy, fewer cravings, better workouts, improved body composition, and more confidence in their strength. Now let's make this real with a typical scenario most of us live inside of. Let's take a messy day. The day falls apart. You had planned your workout, you had planned to eat well, but the day just simply exploded. Maybe work ran late, somebody needed you, you feel drained and emotionally full. Your old pattern might have been to tell yourself, I'll just start over on Monday. But your new pattern can be telling yourself, I can return now with the smallest doable step. When choosing your minimum strength training step, that might mean reducing the workout to maybe 10 minutes or even just completing one exercise. Or you might decide to take a walk if lifting weights feels like too much for today. When choosing your minimum nutrition step, simply choose a meal or a snack that is protein forward and that helps you feel steady. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just making the next smallest doable step to help you stay on track. And here's where the growth comes in. Over time, your consistent minimums teach your body and brain that you are someone who returns even on the hard days. This is how identity shifts. This is how strength becomes automatic. So now let's bring everything together with a guided transformation audio that I've created for you just for this purpose. So go ahead and get comfortable. If you're in a place where it feels safe to close your eyes, go ahead and do so. Let your shoulders soften. Let your breath slow down. and allow yourself just to arrive right here. Take a slow breath in and a long breath out. Let that exhale tell your body, I am safe enough to settle. Now bring to mind one moment this week when strength feels harder to access. For many women, it's the moment before a workout, or the moment when dinner is coming and there is no plan, or the moment when energy dips and you can feel old patterns pulling you back. Just gently picture your version of that moment without judgment, just awareness. Notice what happens in your body when you imagine it. Do you feel tired, heavy, rushed, uncertain? Or maybe a sense of, I don't have it in me today. Take a slow breath in and let your exhale be even longer this time. And quietly say to yourself, my body is asking for support. Because in midlife, strength is not building through force. Strength is built through steadiness, nourishment, and the small choices that tell your body, I am on your side. So let's connect you to that kind of support right now. Here's your first question. What do I truly need in this moment? Here are three simple, honest answers your body may offer. One option is fuel. If your body is saying, I need energy, you give it nourishment, the kind that stabilizes you, a protein forward choice, the kind that helps your muscles repair, that steadies your blood sugar, and that supports your mood and your strength. Fuel is not a reward, it is support. The second option might be regulation. If your body is saying, I'm overwhelmed, then you offer grounding. That might be a long inhale and exhale, placing your feet firmly on the floor and unclenching your jaw. Maybe holding onto a warm mug. And this tells your nervous system, we are safe. We can continue. The third option is to simply pause. If you're not sure what you need, if you're not sure if it's fuel or regulation, just pause for 60 seconds. Sip some water, breathe slowly, and let your body speak before you act. Now gently say to yourself, I can choose one supportive step, not 10, not the perfect step, just the most stabilizing one. Ask yourself, what is my smallest supportive step today? Maybe it's protein at my next meal, or a steady snack before I crash, or 10 minutes of movement, enough to remind my body that I show up. Or have some water first and then decide. Just pause, breathe, and then choose. Picture yourself doing that step with clarity and calm. Feel how your body responds, a little steadier, a little more grounded, a little more capable. Now say, I am becoming someone who supports her strength with steadiness. Because this is what strength looks like in midlife. Not force, not perfection, but returning to support again and again until it becomes who you are. Take one more slow breath in and a long breath out. Release any stress. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Now, if you want support like this in real time, this is exactly how I teach my members inside the Butterfly Club. Each week, as a member, you receive a live educational workshop with me, but it's always recorded in the member portal. So if you can't make it live, that's okay. You can always watch the recording. Each week also includes a detailed downloadable PDF that follows the presentation directly so that you have it with you. I also provide a practical workbook that you can work through and a guided transformation audio, just like the one we went through, to help your nervous system integrate what you learn. I'd love to invite you to join one of our weekly calls as my guest. You can DM your email or email me at trish@stokedbodies.com and I'll be happy to send you the link. I also encourage you to watch my free Feminine Freedom Experience workshop, where you'll get a clear roadmap for how I help midlife women feel at home in their bodies again through nervous system regulation, strength training, nutrition, hormone support, and sustainable identity based change. You can find that link in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, take good care of yourself.